If you ever hear breathing under your bed at 3 a.m., don't look. My name is Daniel Brooks. I was 22 years old when this happened. I lived in a suburb outside Tucson, Arizona. I had just finished college and was working a temporary remote job, so I spent most of my time at home. My parents were away in Las Vegas for their anniversary weekend. My younger sister, Emily, was staying at a friend's house. That meant I had the whole house to myself. Usually, I loved being alone. After that night, I never did again. It was a Friday night. I stayed up late gaming, then shut everything off around 2:41 a.m. The room went dark except for my desk lamp. My bedroom was upstairs at the end of the hallway. I got into bed and started scrolling through my phone. That's when I heard it. At first, I thought it was the air conditioner. Then I heard it again. Slow, wet, uneven breathing, coming from under my bed. I sat straight up. The sound stopped. The room went completely silent. I waited for 20 seconds. Nothing. I told myself I was imagining things. I laid back down. Then, a long inhale, directly beneath the mattress. I jumped out of bed. I turned the lamp on. The breathing stopped again. I didn't even want to look underneath. I stood in the corner of my room staring at the bed. I grabbed my phone and texted my friend Tyler. "You awake? I think something is under my bed." He replied instantly. "Lol, check." Then I grabbed the baseball bat beside my desk and slowly stepped toward the bed. Right before I bent down, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number. Don't. Every hair on my body stood up. I backed away, opened my bedroom door, and rushed into the hallway. I turned every downstairs light on. Then I called Tyler. He answered at first. Then I told him about the text. His voice changed. "I'm coming over." I waited in the kitchen. Then I heard a loud thump upstairs, like something heavy hit the floor in my bedroom. Then another. Then footsteps. Slow footsteps moving from my room into the hallway. Someone was upstairs. Tyler finally arrived. He came in holding a flashlight. I had the bat. We went upstairs together. The hallway was empty. My bedroom door was open. I was certain I had closed it. We stepped inside. My desk chair was tipped over. My closet door was wide open. The window was locked. No one was there. Tyler looked around. Maybe someone broke in and left. I kept staring at the bed. Let's check. He crouched down and shined the flashlight underneath. Nothing. Just dust. And the folded piece of paper. He pulled it out and handed it to me. Written in black marker were 4 words. I said, "Don't look." I dropped it instantly. Tyler's face went pale. We ran downstairs and called the police. 2 police officers arrived within 20 minutes. They searched every room, every closet, every bathroom, every window and door. Nothing. No signs of forced entry. No one inside. They took notes, looked a note, and told us it was probably a prank. Then they left. A prank. Neither me nor Tyler believed that. Tyler stayed the night. We sat in the living room with every light on and the TV playing, pretending everything was normal. Around 3:58 a.m., I heard tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Soft tapping from the kitchen, like fingernails on wood. I grabbed a flashlight and walked slowly toward the sound. It was coming from the pantry. The pantry door was closed. The tapping stopped the moment I touched the handle. I opened it. Shelves, cereal boxes, canned food, paper towels, nothing else. I started closing the door. Then I saw an eye blink from behind the top shelf. I screamed and fell backward. Tyler came running. We ripped everything off the shelves. Nothing was there. Morning finally came. Tyler left around 8 a.m. My parents were supposed to be home that evening. I kept telling myself I was exhausted and imagining things. At 11:20 a.m., I heard metal scraping in the garage. I opened the door. My dad's tool chest was wide open. Every drawer had been pulled out. Tools were scattered across the floor. Written on the wall in black marker was one word: under. I left the house immediately. That evening, I returned only to grab clothes before my parents came home. The sun was setting. The house was silent. I walked upstairs into my bedroom. My bed was perfectly made. I never made my bed. Lying in the center of the pillow was my phone. The same phone I had in my pocket. I checked my pocket. My real phone was still there. The one on the bed was identical. Same case, same scratches, same wallpaper. My hands were as I unlocked it. Inside was only one video, recorded at 2:43 a.m. I pressed play. The camera angle was low to the floor, narrow, dark, like it had been filmed from under my bed. In the video, I was lying on the mattress scrolling through my phone. Then the breathing started. Slow, wet, uneven. The camera began moving forward, crawling out from under the bed. The video ended. I ran out of the house and drove straight to the police station. This time I showed them the phone. They took it seriously. Several officers returned with me and searched the house again. Still nothing. Then one officer looked up. "Where's your attic access?" There was a ceiling hatch in the upstairs hallway. We had never used it. They pulled it open and climbed inside. 2 minutes passed. Then one officer called down. "We found something!" Inside the attic was a hidden sleeping area built between the insulation beams. A sleeping bag, water bottles, snack wrappers, a battery fan, and dozens of stolen items from our house. My sister Emily's stuffed animal, my mom's bracelet, my old hoodie. Then they found a wooden panel. Behind it was a narrow passage inside the wall. It led downward, toward my bedroom, toward the space under my bed. I nearly threw up. They brought in thermal cameras. Movement showed inside the rear wall near the laundry room. The officers surrounded the exits. Then he came out. A thin man in his late 30s, barefoot, greasy hair, smiling. He didn't resist. He only stared at me. One officer asked his name. He stayed silent. Then he looked directly at me and said, "You breathe loud when you dream." Police later learned he used to work construction. He knew how to move through wall cavities, attic spaces, and maintenance gaps. He had likely been living inside our house for months, sleeping above us, watching us, coming out at night, taking things, standing in our rooms, sometimes hiding under my bed. They found recordings on multiple phones, families sleeping, children's rooms, bathrooms, my room, dozens of nights. One video showed me getting out of bed for water. The camera stayed under the bed the entire time, which meant someone was under there while I walked away. The text message that said, "Don't," had come from him. No one ever learned why. Maybe he liked control. Maybe he enjoyed the fear. Maybe he simply wanted to keep hiding. We sold the house a few months later. I moved into an apartment. To this day, anytime I stay in a hotel or someone else's house, I check under the bed first. Every single time. Because sometimes, when everything is completely silent, I still hear it. Slow, wet, uneven breathing, coming from underneath me.